Alrighty, so we got another JD teaser for you all today. Gonna be, so I'm not gonna read this over here because we already read that over into here. That little petite teaser over here, so I'm gonna read through it again over here. But we'll be seeing over here, so you can see we got the United Mexican States over here, the Revolutionary Army. Splitting up the whole thing over here. They got, they got the Baja States under the UMS. And you got Revolutionary Army over here taking up the half over in here along with the Yucatan and all that. Quite interesting little state of affairs that we got going on over in here. And very much quite destabilization of the state. With involving state civilization over in here. The Washington himself. And also, some of the people are gonna get involved in here, you can see there. We get a victory. The election results in 1956 Mexican presidential way since Chuck for across the Pacific. It almost seems as if President Torres has stolen the presidency from Fukumoto himself, in the way the Japanese media cried bloody murder. In the way he had, Fukumoto tried to handle Japanese influence in Mexico, attacked as he could. He played out their electoral rules and provided the Spartacus legal fund to carry out their campaign. What did Torres do? Did he come sit down and try and play chess with Fukumoto? No, he hang on and flipped the table and declared that they were playing checkers now. Fine, so be it. Parents said idly by, and thankfully the Spartacus elite did not take their defeat sitting and idly by either. They had learned the lessons about 4 years prior, and they knew that marching on the YouTube was just was on to be butchered again. Now, their fight said that they had over the PNRM's shit democracy, which Torres had destroyed the last vestiges of legitimacy. Time for wars was passed, it was clear that the great question today we decided with iron and blood. So then the Spartacus League surpassing the benefactors of Iowa's expeditions. Each North Sea felt well one member on back through the back in the home island. It soon became apparent that the army provides a future this year. Even most of the army was still laid in the eastern mainland Japanese troop station. The federal communists were ordered back from what mobilized last week. The Cubans got places to cover support as well. They did with the best chance of sabotaging they saw this grass on the Caribbean and bringing Cuban isolation. But how would Japan meant to say no? Yeah, no, see on. No Japanese in Mexico. When the guns began warring across the Vital League Solaire and kind of League Solaire told that there are no need to get rid of them. At all, there's only a small rebellion they were assured. Mother God will be able to contain the conflict in just a couple of weeks and bring it to a decisive end. They really quite believe that, but no one was particularly eager to hurt the Mexican pride either. During the Mexican was upset to use a couple of speeches to call today. And then they're going to begin losing across the front. Clearly, compared to the rebel, were not only outnumbered, Mexican but were better equipped as well. The army not completely caught there with their pants down, so town to town began falling the rebel forces. When the Magallanes said in the launch his cannot fit the culprit quickly became apparent. Who thought it'd be so much artillery cancer to be in fact Japanese origin? It's called the captain of a handful of Japanese soldiers by the Mexican army from what we in Mexico feared, beyond back in the Mexican Revolution. He simply could not be allowed to go on party quickly became clear that Mexican opponents was not require help in the conflict. And so there was no more disagreeing militia that was start. So troop stations across the Caribbean order began transferring to Mexico and wants to take up the French position or the halt rebel advance from Mexico among the league's main providers outside. Well, so that force will be nothing less than utterly indignable. Seems that we need to remind Japan what happened when they can be that on the turf. We got Mexico. So the revolutionary, so we got Miguel Hernandez Guzman, then you Spartacus over in here. We'll get all this stuff over here. That's the whole thing over here. So with Guzman, Enrique was always a military man and stuff like that. He would spend the 20s putting down rebellions and subversives, most notably during his command troops against both rebel Loyalty de la Huertas and later the Ejército forces. But the caliber in the 20s were low approach compared to the French that would blossom between him and the infantry men. Tierra Lazaro Cardenas, much like his close friend Enriquez, would initially remain loyal to the government year after Calais' re-election, though they would hope to feel disloyalty after them. Quinada says 17 Enrique would accompany Cardenas and his assault camp across the north and along him, defeat both armies of the Estrada and Villa. Defeat the northern rebels and the armies away from central command. Cardenas would make Enrique his accomplice in the plan of Santa Catarina, the Auscales. Although successful in theory, neither of the two generals would throw the Vasconcelos beat them in the capital. For them to negotiate and agree election 1938, Beating both on the margin and the ballad, Enrique signed himself the new system. Joe tried best to play along, he really did. You know, the PIM and hold the next election would be theirs, but then the party chose the centrist Cambucho for 1934, only for him to lose as well. Incensed by both party and moderation, and defeat Enrique would spend would be among the creators of the FPPM for an second. Still, the general fluidness held out hope for ballet and for MR4. But failed left in his faith once more where Tor blatantly stole his victory in the battle after 50, but even that didn't break the old general's faith. Seeing the bloody body of followers in 1952 did, because back then he understood something that most people did not. The first shots of the third revolution didn't happen in the desert of the north, no matter on the streets of Mexico City. You know, here. See where that progressive is. So there's no that. You know, here we already read this national spiel here, so I'm going to previous video of that. So we shall leave the Badlands over here without the cool population factor. Oh, that's bad. Open your eyes and gaze at the land which we have frequently TV the capital. Open your eyes and try to find another soul. Open your eyes and finish how long you're on. Being in mind is the Sierra Madres, the vast desert in the Mexican south, and the impassable swamps and jungles of the south. The land first seen by the Third Revolution was the land where the army barely held its presence to begin with. The way the people of Mexico themselves like rights have little presence around us. Our future in us, we do hold barely even power of restricting them. While it doesn't make an highly defensible, it also makes power realization to people outright impossible. I got a red fervor, moving along March 20. Spilling was support. Yeah. Ever since the election of 50 was Stormfire again, he has fallen up in Wayne. Wayne was a program to reenact their vengeance in that country that did not deny them the victory, but saw them in the streets 4 years ago. Now the heavens are finally giving them the shot of revenge as their cause become vindicated in the eyes of most of the country. The revenge is passionate at times too. Passion to control. While it's true that that's swallow the countryside enthusiastically Savannah and plenty loyalty to this cause, do not all perfectly listen to his orders. Be it because of the distance or lack of preparedness for the uprising, or even identical disagreements, most of our armies lies outside of our direct chain command. Because you know, a lot of things happen over here. Let's get to do some officers. Pretty nice over here. While most of our army is composed of experienced recruits that have never before seen combat, the backbone of our army is perhaps the most experienced officer called Armeco. Although officially neutral, the Tsar Cardenas officially has dispatched plenty of his own officers to help bring out some of them to order our troops. These men have spent years engaging American warlord forces, and their expertise is not ours, so use of the government. Which will not have to get those old friends back. Old friend has it back. Yeah. Weird stuff, yeah, because I won't mention this last teaser over here, but since I clapped over here, a bunch of expats, American expats over here have been going to Mexico with us. Helping out Mexico quite a lot. So yeah, Mexico is kind of in a better off position over here on our timeline over here because, you know, American experiences the flooding over here because America collapsed. But considering the Third Mexican Revolution, it's not exactly the best here with years. But it is what it is over here. So yeah, it's all on Mexico. The second part of Mexico teaser. Interesting stuff got going on over here. So yeah. As for the next part over here, I think the next part is going to be involving whether or not whoever comes on top really. So I think that's what the next season is going to be. Interesting to see exactly how this can pan because you know, see we got the Pro Japan and the Pro LS faction sect over in here. So we'll see how that pans out over here. 4-2. We're looking forward to that one over here. You know, seeing how our influence can spread across over here. We'll be seeing the extent of the influences depending on the circumstances. So yeah, till then, I'll see you guys whenever there's it's gonna be next over in here. I don't know. Things will be popping up over in here, so who the hell knows really? Because I gotta throw some rest over here. I've been doing some recording back to back over here, and I would like to give a break. So yeah, till then, I'll see you guys later.